I don't wanna front, I just wanna see ya. Please give me a sign, yeah. Please give me a sign if you wanna come.
Welcome back to Two Cool Guys, Two Hot Picks. This is an interesting week. Interesting week for comics. Let's see what Mark from Legion of Comics is going to select as his hot pick for this upcoming New Comic Book Day.
What is up, Comic Army? How are you doing? We're about to take a look at my top pick for next week, June 15th, New Comic Book Day, and it is, without a shadow of a doubt, none other than Do a Powerbomb by Daniel Warren Johnson. So for those that follow myself or Chris's content, know that we would swear by Daniel Warren Johnson. He is a phenomenal writer, artist, just comic creator altogether, and he has a brand new indie comic from Image coming out called Do a Powerbomb. And it focuses around a wrestler named Lona Steelrose who wants to be a pro wrestler but lives in the shadow of her mother's success before her. But everything changes when a wrestling-obsessed necromancer asks Lona to join the grandest and most dangerous pro wrestling tournament of all time. Sounds crazy, sounds awesome. That's Daniel Warren Johnson's shtick. Like, he can take the most outrageous story concept and turn it into pure gold. He's actually up for an Eisner Award this year for his addition to the Superman Blue and Red series. He wrote Murder Falcon, which, just saying that sounds crazy, but it's one of the best individual books I've ever read. It's literally up there with We Live. I highly recommend, if you have never followed Daniel Warren Johnson, give this a shot. Watch how he can take the most absurd thing and turn it into something that tugs at your heartstrings and deliver some of the most dynamic artwork you have ever seen. And he also has a returning colorist, Mike Spicer, coming to this, who works with him on a regular basis. He has some of the most vibrant, just in-your-face dynamic artwork, and it just pairs perfectly with this color. So be sure to check it out. Do not skip on this and do a power bomb. Chris, what are you picking?
Mark, I'm going with the Sentinel of Liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this video finds you safe and well. Great pick, Mark. Great pick. With that being said, the two big publishers, both Marvel and DC, each have a powerhouse franchisable character. With DC, it's the Dark Knight Batman, and with Marvel, it's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Truth be told, those two main franchisable characters knocked off the original franchisable characters for each of those publishers. With DC, it was Superman. With Marvel / Timely, it was Captain America. Now, with that being said, one of the main reasons, in my opinion, that those two franchisable characters were knocked off King of the Mountain is because of storytelling within those publishing companies. Batman really got a big lift in the mid-'80s with Frank Miller's Dark Knight, and then it just simply took over from there, where DC started to realize, hey, if we make this character a little bit more darker, a little bit more brooder, that we're onto something here. And they did that. So much so to the point that how many iterations of Batman films have we had? Countless. Same thing with Spider-Man. However, with Spider-Man, he caught on significantly earlier, late 60s, 70s, even into the 80s. Marvel quickly figured out that, hey, if we make a cartoon featuring Spider-Man, that we can get kids young, get them hooked, get them into reading. In the mid to late 80s, the Death of Kraven storyline came out. And as far as I'm concerned, that became the best Spider-Man storyline ever written. When you throw in the fact the Black Suit and the symbiote saga and Venom's creation was all in that same timeline, Spider-Man remained king of the mountain at Marvel Comics. Recently, things have started to change for those two original franchisable characters. If you haven't been reading Action Comics, let me tell you, you are missing out. You are missing out. There is some wonderful Superman storytelling going on over there in Action Comics with Warworld. It is phenomenal. It is the return of Kal-El. It is the return of Clark Kent. It is the return of Superman and some fantastic storytelling. Both Mark and myself have been preaching this for a long time, that Superman needs a very, very good writer to salvage the character, and DC went out and did that, and now we have Action Comics telling some of the best stories in comics today. With that being said, Marvel has not done that with Captain America. However, my pick for this upcoming new comic book day, I pray, is the return of great storytelling to Steve Rogers and Captain America. My hot pick is Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, issue number 1. Now, this is we actually have 2 writers at the helm of this. We'll see how that goes. With Jackson Lanzing and Colin Kelly. 2 very well-established writers inside the Marvel Universe, and they went out and got themselves a fantastic young female artist in Carmen Carnero. Actually, Marvel calls her one of the Stormbreaker artists. Anyways, what's going to be happening with this particular volume is Steve finds out that the S.H.I.E.L.D. actually has a little bit of negative history, and it's a question of, does he want to move forward with the S.H.I.E.L.D.? How is he going to deal with the history of the S.H.I.E.L.D.? And does the S.H.I.E.L.D. actually belong to him? Or does the S.H.I.E.L.D. belong to the world as a symbol of hope? With that being said, I'm really looking forward to this iteration of Captain America. Like I said, the last volume wasn't that good. Then we had a mini-series for a while where we had 2 different Captain Americas traveling across the universe, traveling across America, meeting different Captain Americas in each of those communities. And that was actually some pretty good storytelling. But that being said, it was just a mini-series. It's time that Captain America has a great ongoing monthly series, and I hope this is it. So I hope that you also consider giving it a chance as well. With that being said, these are our hot picks for this upcoming new comic book day. On behalf of Mark and myself, please remember, together we are Legion.